I was asked to tell you how I healed from the drowning death of my 6-year-old biracial son in my music attorney's swimming pool at the beginning of a party given to celebrate the successful negotiation of my recording contract with Capitol Records. And a few weeks later, being drugged, kidnapped, and raped by Bill Cosby. I was 26, and this was 1969. And I am going to tell this to you, according to everybody, in 4 minutes. Well, when they asked me to do that, I just kind of went, sure, no problem. Yeah, well, okay, so my phone keeps going on. You know, healing comes in layers like peeling an onion till you get to the core. And here's my first layer. Drugs, booze, rock and roll. Drugs, booze, rock and roll. Drugs, booze, rock and roll. Wait, that ain't working. Next. The question begged to be asked. When was the last time I ever remembered really being myself? When I was a little girl, playing alone in the woods in Connecticut. I knew I had to get back to nature. So I threw my son's dog, my guitar case, and everything I couldn't stuff in Mom's garage in Glendale and hit the road heading west on the 101 to Panga Canyon, where my music attorney and his wife lived. That was the ticket, right? Nature. I lived in a dirt-floored garage for $50 a month, threw my Persian rugs on the dirt and hung the prints on the concrete walls. I slept with a red fox pelt wrapped around my neck under the patchwork quilt I was sewing by hand for my son when he died. Oh, those beautiful canyon roads, driving real fast around curves with a jug of hard cider by my heels. Nature, healing. Oh, those deep, lush grass hillsides. In the middle of the night, mainlining cocaine with strangers, naked. Nature, healing. Well, that wasn't working. But then this crazy, fucked up, guitar-picking, songwriting, poor little rich boy Cajun congressman's son said to me one day, Vicky Blue, I love you. I'm leaving for New Orleans in 10 minutes. You going with me, girl? I said, sure. No problem. Nothing to lose. So he took me home to his mama, and we fixed up an old crawfish cleaning shack on Bayou Teche, and my mom taught me all her Cajun recipes and said, with tears filling up her eyes, Chef, I love you. I love you. Left him a million times, but I always went back for her. But he gave me 6 nieces to crochet for, to sing my songs to. And he gave me a beautiful baby girl with big blue eyes and white blonde hair to crochet for and sing my songs to. I stood in my kitchen door and I watched the Spanish moss drifting from the 350-year-old live oak tree in my front yard on the banks of Bayou Teche. And I watched it change direction in the breeze about twice a day. Slow, slow, slow. And I stood in my kitchen door and I watched the white egrets picking the ticks off the white Charolais cattle across the bayou on the opposite shore. Slow, slow, slow. And I made gumbo. I dug in the dirt. I grew vegetables, put them up for winter. I crocheted for the girls. I wrote songs for my soul. And I learned to accept unconditional love. Cook gumbo, crochet, write another song. Unconditional love. Cook gumbo, crochet, write another song, and unconditional love. Cook gumbo, crochet, write another song, and unconditional love. C'est touché. And just a real quickie here. Two of my Cosby sister survivors are here, and I would like them to stand up and please give them a hand, Sunny Wells and Lily Bernard. My family.